advantages on their season in the Independence Bowl. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Davidson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the right. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Makes him talk to the hand.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Back to pass on second down. The quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
He stopped him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Wesco open on the right side. He's got it. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
On target. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Quickly complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Into the end zone, and it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Lets it go to the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hair's on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit. They were ready for this great quarterback.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Snags it, and there's running room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bama!
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you've got to respect him. You've got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Davidson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll start this drive with a pass. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, there's something you don't see very often. The quarterback overthrowing that guy with his type of speed. There aren't a lot of dudes that have the arm talent to overthrow him, but somehow we just saw it happen right there.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Davidson. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. Clemson is quick to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Here comes the heat. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Release to the back. Makes the catch. Breaks into the open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Oh, you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers. Extra point here will tie the game.
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into two. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like, some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Runs through a tackle, and they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because.
Caught, and he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Alabama hit him with a big pass play. Will they keep slinging it? On the ground with the counter. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Austin Mack. Got his man down the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll run it again. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Mack from the gun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Fourth down, Austin Mack. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. Converts on fourth down. Is still on his feet.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Again, it's Mack. Using his legs to buy some time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. From the gun on third down, it's Mack. Big guy smells it. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on fourth down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They know how dangerous this guy is after the catch, and boy, oh boy, they set their hair on fire and caused a wreck on that hit.
They sure did. You got to be careful, too, because they sold out on that hit, and if they missed, that tight end was going to be able to advance the football, but boy, oh boy, this defense playing physical.
They've converted on fourth down once, but here's the big one, fourth and goal. Barrels ahead. And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on fourth down.
Now, what a great job by this defense. Never giving up, man. Gave up some yards, get inside their own one on fourth and goal. And what did they do a good job of? Getting pushed, man. The big boys getting in the backfield, getting penetration, not letting a hole even open up, and they get the big fourth down stop.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Might be changing the route. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver, too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do out once he has it.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Makes the grab. Turning it on. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down. Wants to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Preston. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Wants to throw again. Working that wide receiver screen. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Quick completion on the out. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Pulls it in. It's Brown. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, they'll go to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. On the ground, it's Riley. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Unloads to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Well, the quarterback let his target too much on that outbreaking route. I think in the future, just trying to put it on his front shoulder makes it a lot easier to make the catch.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throwing, Mack fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
To the air on second down. He's got his man. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Running inside. It's Riley. Oh, he's got some space. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Scott. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Keep it on the ground. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
I think you run that ball right there knowing that I'm going to run it again on 4th down. I'm going to go for it on 4th down. I got another play. Nice job by that defensive line, not getting moved around, making a play. They got to get one more stand right here.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. At the 20, he's got space. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that 1st down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the 1st down.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Mack. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. He splits the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Brown. There he goes. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat. Ken, still short of the first down marker.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Tigers. And that one will give them the lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Coming out with it, it's Scott. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Austin Mack. Pulls it in, it's Rodgers. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. He'll try the left side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Mack. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Oh, he just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you open.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have been impressive. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. Mack to throw for it on 4th. Sends it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
The run inside. It's Davidson. Stuck on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Making side adjustments here. Hauls it in. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Clemson set up with another first down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Makes it past the marker. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Finding some room. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able...
Breaks into the open. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And both sides of the ball late in the football game coming together. Defense forces the turnover. Offense punches it in. 2-possession lead in this fourth quarter.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. He'll bring it out. It's Scott. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ready to roll on offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Throwing, Mack unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Dropping back, it's Mack. Bringing the heat. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Mack. He wants a big play here late. Got it down the field. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. They keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on third down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to run through him, and he continues to be successful.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Keelan Russell. Here's a throw downfield late. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. He's taking the deep shot. Intercepted to stop the threat. Got some room to run. Defense ends this game in style, coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out.
And this offense, man, they're just desperate. Like late in the football game, you're down. They've got to push the ball down the field. They've got to find some explosive plays. And they found one, Jesse, but for the defense.
The 4 verticals has a better chance of working earlier in the game when it's close, but when you're trailing by a lot and the defense knows you have to throw it, just sending 4 guys running in a straight line down the field, oftentimes not a tremendous play call.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Fires one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. turning the football over is the worst thing you can do.
Unloads it downfield. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it.